We're here today to talk about supporting entrepreneurs, business families, and corporations, and we're here with Wayne Skrypnyk of the Skrypnyk Group. And first off, Wayne, you know, companies have been through a lot since the last recession of 2008, and they're always looking for advice. So in addition to your accounting services, you're providing what you would call strategic advice. Why does an entrepreneur or a small business or a growing company need a strategist?
It's a good question, Dave. You know, most sports teams, as you know, they have a coach. And why would they even have a coach? And it seems ridiculous to think that you'd look at a hockey team or a volleyball team or whatever and not have a coach behind. What we really do is we help clients get out of a quadrant that we call urgent and important, because that's where entrepreneurs tend to live. They love to build things, so they tend to live and do things that are important and urgent, a little bit like the hamster wheel. In order to really maximize, and including balance in life, which would be business, personal, community, sometimes if you can get yourself drawn back out of that box and into the important but not urgent, that's where the strategist works, and that's where strategy works the best. So we're able to look at a business from 40,000 feet instead of being in the minutia of every moment, and really looking at helping the family what's important. And the strategist, a good strategist or a good consultant, will do that.
So as you say, most entrepreneurs always have too much work to do, and they spend their days working in the business instead of on the business. So you're trying to help them pull out a little bit, perhaps with benign eyes, so that you don't have the same stake that they might have in it, and give them some good strategic advice. This happens over different phases, though, of the business, right? So if I'm an entrepreneur that's growing really fast, what kind of topics come up for those type of businesses?
There's two major things, especially with entrepreneurs, when the business is growing. What happens is family businesses tend to be undercapitalized. So our business health profile will show us where we are and where you can execute strategy from and where you cannot execute strategy from. Sometimes the strategy in a growing business is just to increase the cash flow or the stability in the business, to get it to a point where you can be more opportunistic. The other thing is, in a growing business, entrepreneurs tend to like to roll up their sleeves and just get it done. And there's only 24 hours in the day. So something starts to get cheated as they begin to grow. It's either the family or the business or both. The entrepreneurs are very good at a very narrow range of tasks. So what happens is they think that in order to get it done, they should do a wider range of tasks. Some things that they're competent at, but they're all-stars at a very narrow range. And quite often entrepreneurs, they've built their business because they're good with relationships and outside sales. Once they start to come inside the business and work inside like that, the business starts to suffer. So they just think if they work harder, that it'll get them to where they want to be. Part of strategy is getting them to work in that narrow range of things that they're actually excellent at, and delegate the remainder. So as a company is growing their business, it's important that the entrepreneur stay in their all-star capabilities.
You're helping them, though, identify the needs of a growing business without sort of laying the burden on them as the entrepreneurial family to say, and you must do more. You're saying, do what you do well, but here's how we can augment your skills. And that's where the strategist not only introduces them to those complementary skills, but might identify in our community, you know, people that can assist this company. That would be true too?
Absolutely. One of the key things, if you want high performance in a business, is to keep the entrepreneur working in their all-star capabilities and have them delegate the tasks to other people that are all-stars at those tasks. And that is, around our people strategy, that is our number one role, is identifying what they're actually great at. And usually it's working, we'll call it on outside sales or looking for outside opportunities. Okay. And then you can always go and hire somebody to work on the tasks that they're not excellent at.
So if you help them execute on a good strategy and the business grows and is successful, the inevitable happens. They start talking about transitions and legacy, and we all get a little longer in the tooth. Succession planning is something that comes up to your firm all the time. Do you have any thoughts, or two or three things, to key reminders to our audience about what is succession planning all about, and how and when do we integrate that into the strategic plan?